What's up? What's up? You want to say hi? Come here. Hmm. 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 Oh, oh. Hey everyone, I'm back on YouTube Live. How's it going? Feel free to introduce yourself in the chat. Yeah, today Recovery with V is sharing couldn't be a better timing, feeling so heavy today. My head wants to explode. Welcome to the weird astrology of today. I'm not an astrology expert, but I sure like listening to it, listening to different people talk about it. I got cat hair all over my face from that kitty kiss. And there is some Mars transit that is, yeah, really intense. I'm feeling it too today for sure. So I think this is a good day that we connect here live and that we have this opportunity to just connect our hearts and make the best of this energy. And part of what this energy is offering us is the opportunity to become very honest with a truth in our life, most likely a truth that we may have been resisting or that we may not have taken enough time to truly become present with. Maybe it's a truth about a relationship that you weren't able to fully accept or integrate up until today. For example, about 5 minutes ago, I was just watching an Alex Jones video and just thanking God for this man's courage, talking about child rapists and what it's like to be a survivor of child rape and feel so censored and just so frustrated with the world waking up. And how many people have been silenced as they've tried to speak up against the deep state. So like that would be an example of frustration that you might be feeling, where you may have felt censored or blocked in your truth, and that it's really coming up today in today's astrology for reconciliation with your own heart and acceptance, whatever that acceptance is that you're calling in to stand more in this truth of what's important for you. I know that a lot of people also have been experiencing losing loved ones, whether it was from early deaths from the jab, or just this is a time of great crossing every year around the Samhain portal, November, Day of the Dead, All Saints Day. And I lost somebody very, very dear to me this past week, and then had another death just 2 days ago. And so I feel as though this end of 2023 is such a time of closing 7-year cycles, 10-year cycles, 20-year cycles. And sometimes when those cycles close, it's extremely painful. There's a lot to grieve. There's a lot to be present with about, how far you've grown, how far you've come. And as you step into this new chapter and this new cycle of 2024, just like I am, just like we all are, there's this opportunity to really reflect on what you really want. moving forward based on all of the growth and all of the pain of the past 7 years, 10 years, 20 years. You know, we were, a team angel and I were, she was helping me channel content from Mother Mary Speaks. We're doing our immersive this weekend for this year's live journey. And we were talking about this chakra petal in the heart, and how it's ruled by the divine virtue of clarity. And I think it's really potent that that's where we're starting our class tomorrow after such an intense Mars transit today. It's like clarity is a virtue that just keeps getting us clear. Clear of our resistance to clarity, clear of those individuals or situations that would keep us from greater clarity, clearing us of the self-judgment where confusion or chaos has perhaps taken over a part of your life or even all of your life at different periods of time in the past 7, 10, 20-year cycle. A lot of the intensity, the loss, the grief, the anger, anything that's coming up for you right now at the end of this 2023 journey, it's cleaning it up. It's getting you super clear. And so I invite you in this moment, whatever prayer that you have for greater clarity in 2024, feel free to write that in the chat. If you're watching on the replay, feel free to share it in the replay videos. What's your clear prayer for 2024? What are you clear about that you're no longer going to accept in your life? What are you clear about opening your heart to receive and to embody in 2024? Reggie is sharing, I've had visions of my mother passing away. I felt your message about the death and the reverse cycle. I heard from my beloved guides, get ready. Well, Reggie, what I'd like to share with you is I pray that you really take that seriously. And as someone who just recently walked through a huge passage of watching someone very dear to me cross over, if you have the time to have the conversations for any opportunities of forgiveness or any opportunities to share how much you appreciate or care for this person, any opportunities to clear any outstanding perhaps grievances so that there is no regret as this person moves into the light. I don't think there's anything more important than cleaning it all up. And that's what this year of the rabbit has been all year long in 2023. It's just like clean it up, all the nitty gritty details that have been messy, chaotic, avoidant. We're here to, those wily rabbits are helping us really see ourselves clearly for the great power of the year of the dragon is coming. So just coming back to you, Reggie, I pray for your soul. I pray for your mother's soul, and may the spirit of unconditional love, forgiveness, blessings, appreciation be such a big part of this journey ahead. And thank you for sharing such a vulnerable vision. I'm just going to scroll through the chat here. Wizard's Home is sharing, many are waking to the fact that we are all living inside of a manufactured reality. Accurate. But the good news is that if it is a manufactured reality, there is a way out. Absolutely. That's what we teach in the Sophia Code. When you activate your divine genome, which you can do with the Sophia Code book, and then we have a mystery school of curriculums that help you integrate what that actually means. You are taking the time to unplug your body, heart, and mind out of the matrix simulacrum of what we think physical reality is. And so I'm just really excited that we have so many individuals in our community that genuinely get that. Amelia is sharing, the truth is being seen and exposed, and it's a blessing, but it's so intense as the collective reconfigures and finds love for all beings, especially the most oppressed and marginalized. Yeah, it's an extraordinary time. I mean, we've got the war in the Middle East, which is a total shit show of lies, deep state lies, just breaking everybody's hearts on both sides. We've got a client list for Jeffrey Epstein's island that's just been tied up in court that people don't have the balls to release. It just, and the irony of this is like, those are just surface things that point to such deep and heinous atrocities and crimes that go so far beyond what we actually see. And so it is a time of such darkness that humans have no choice but to start to question everything. And one of the things that I keep coming back to again and again is to keep calling upon the presence of my higher self within me and guiding me from the future, to keep calling upon the compassion and the loving presence and the guiding light of our spiritual mentors, such as the different ascended masters featured in the Sophia Code, our guardian angels, our loving animal companions, our close friends and community. It's like, we need to be really proactive about continuing to regulate again and again, and to not skip any steps of healing grief. If you feel angry, feel angry. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to, share with someone how something really feels, share it. It's all part of what's clearing in the collective as we individually allow ourselves to have a very intimate experience with so much that's transforming all around us and activating transformation, activating awakening. There's a lot of souls here that came here, various degrees of awakened consciousness. And so to have to watch most of humanity wake up from its nightmare, it's very intense. And it's important to keep regulating by focusing on the light that you are and the light of whatever you call source, God, and your guides, to help keep a clear connection with source, your power, your source of unconditional love, your source of creativity, because we have to keep creating even amidst the rubble of what's unfolding here before our very eyes. Yeah. We have someone named Isat saying it's important to stay positive until the new year so that you start the new cycle fresh. Well, I really like what you're sharing, Isat. I'd also like to share that it's important to stay present, because the more present we are, that's how prepared we're going to be. That's how we're going to prepare for our empowerment in the new year. It's like feeling grief or feeling anger through the presence of your higher self in your heart. It's releasing the year. It's releasing the lifetime we've all lived up until this point. If it's done through self-love, if it's done in a way that's safe, it's really important. And that release is a positive step in preparation for the new year. Yesterday I allowed myself to feel some grief around a particular topic and even some anger about something that was just unnecessary, about why this particular soul died. It's just very unnecessary. Part of what happened could have been prevented. And feeling the feelings of that situation and what could have been avoided really highlighted for me the clarity of how I'm ready to embody my yes more, to get involved with this particular situation in a way that I can make a greater difference. And so I invite each and every one of us that if there are strong feelings to feel at the end of this year, feel them and let them be a jet fuel for your commitment to your truth, your commitment to your purpose, your commitment to your leadership, your commitment to your creativity, your commitment to you. You may feel as though you're extremely different than you've ever been. There may be a chapter, a version of you that is arriving in 2024 that you've never seen that person before. And the more you can allow this person that you are right now to feel all of the feelings and to be present with all of the pieces that are being resolved, reconciled, cleaned up, grieved, composted in 2023, that's creating an enormous positive momentum for the year ahead. Let's see. Wizard's Home then asks, Kaia, what do you see happening as the veil thins and the people begin to actually see the truth as it is and the hidden lies begin to be revealed to the public? Well, I was thinking about that actually before the broadcast, and I think the elite are terrified of what could possibly happen. And that's why they're working so hard to keep the public avoidant of how much is being exposed, of how vast the network of human trafficking, child rape, satanic human trafficking is on the planet. And once the greater majority of individuals on the planet awaken, it's we could potentially see governments topple in the outrage. It's hard to say. I think there's a lot of potential pathways that could unfold. What I do know is that once there is a great deal of awakening and people really start to unplug from their blind belief in the system, they'll start to retract a lot of decisions a lot of things that they invest in, a lot of things that they allow their children to be around. The movie industry, the music industry, the entertainment industry, even the clothing designer, like it's a part of so many, it's infiltrated so much of our daily life. I think that'll probably be the greatest revolution, is just the retraction. Like there's a very, very, very popular children's company that I can't name on YouTube that is one of the top producers of child porn in the world. People bring their children to their movies all the time and let them wear their paraphernalia on their body all the time. It's just like, what happens when a billion parents wake up to that corporation's perpetration of children? It's going to be interesting. What I do know, beyond the outrage, beyond the revolution, what I do know is the healing that we have ahead of us, the healing journey, exposing the truth. Oh my God, that's just the beginning. Creating the healing sanctuaries that can actually handle what it takes to put a survivor back together, what it actually takes to put the human heart back together after surviving centuries of human trafficking, centuries of genocide, centuries of raping women and mothers, centuries of extinguishing species, centuries of decimating enlightened civilizations. How do we put our hearts back together when we finally start to recognize that everything around us isn't real other than the divine love and the divinity that we are? This is why we're working so hard to create a healing center, the Sophia Code Foundation. We want to create that sanctuary of grace. for so many people waking up, both survivors and spiritual seekers that wish to learn how to directly pray with the earth, how to interact with enlightened star nations, how to, as well as specific divine species that are very much a part of the divine feminine movement. It's like how to deepen in your own psychic gifts that helps you discern God's true reality of love versus the matrix that's been built up all around humanity. So I just I appreciate the opportunity to share a little bit more with you. It's why I channeled the Sophia Code as both a living transmission and the mystery school. There's so many curriculums that teach you how to live in your sovereignty, that teach you how to break out of the matrix, that teach you how to live in so much empowerment. There's not only are you unplugged from a matrix that is parasitically living off of humanity, but you're learning how to, the Sophia Code has so many teachings and curriculums to guide you into your greatest empowerment as a leader and a light worker. And we're really excited about the year of the dragon coming up. We're moving our regularly scheduled New Year's ceremony, which usually happens in January to February 10th, to celebrate the arrival of the year of the dragon. And I just feel like this is going to be such a big year of many, many, many light workers finally deciding they're just not going to play it small anymore. We're going to be willing to be seen in our gifts and our talents. We're going to be willing to collaborate and harmoniously work together in unexpected ways because we have to. You know, necessity reveals to us, you know, what is the ego and what is actually the mission. And I'm relieved that energy is coming. It's a new beginning. And so, you know, my prayers and blessings are with you as you are walking through this intense day, this intense portal astrologically, and also the rest of the year. Thank you for being brave enough to do the inner work to really integrate the Sophia Code teachings and mentor with the Ascended Masters to be ready for this once in a lifetime opportunity to awaken a planet and be a part of such a massive healing and empowerment effort for an entire species, and really honestly for all species, because if humanity's heart can heal, think of all the other species on the planet that will benefit from the brilliance of our divinity pouring through us. Thanks for joining me live today. Thanks for taking a moment out of your day to be together. Please hit that like button and share your thoughts and comments or any questions you'd like to see answered in future YouTube lives in the replay comment field. If you're new to my channel, we've got a wealth of resources here on Kaia Ra Official. Feel free to check it out and be sure to sign up for our New Year's ceremony. You can get tickets right now at kaiara.com. Mwah! Love you all so much. Be safe. Focus on how beautiful you are and what a difference it makes that you're actually here in this world. We love you. Namaste.